The same thing your great-grandfathers believed. Your grandfathers believed. Your mothers believed. Your father believed. And before your eyes, your father's dream died with him. He did not see it. Your grandfather died with you. And you believe from primary 1 or primary 6 or secondary 1 or secondary 6 or secondary 6 or grade year 1 in the first semester or to the year last in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You are still believing. And after school, no job. You believe that Obasanjo tenure will do you good. After Obasanjo, by the time Obasanjo enter, 4 years you will get job. Obasanjo enter, 8 years you don't have job. Oh, Yaradua has come. Yaradua is my brother. Yaradua, 8 years expire, no job. Buhari come, oh, Buhari is a good man. 8 years, no job. How many years? From Obasanjo, 8 years. Yaradua, 8 years. Is it not 16? Tinubu, what is his name? Buhari, 8 years. Is it not 24 years? 24 years. 3 people don't carry 24 years. Maybe you did 24 years. You know, if you did 24 years, finish school for Nigeria, and I lie. You go there like 40 years, because Nigeria is the only country where you go school for 20 years. School where you're supposed to go for 4 years. Let's assume you finish school for 35 years. Okay, let me say 30 years. Make I no go far. 30 plus 24. Is it not 44? And now you are waiting for Tinubu to give you job. After 8 years, it go be how many? It go be 52 years. Maybe you never marry. You see the money for face me and face you with your mama and papa, where your grandpapa live for them. You know the shame. You are still believing in Nigeria, that Nigeria is going to work for you. Someday you will gather your children. Things are good. Things are difficult. But we are believing. Our pastor will pray. Things will change. And your pastor will tell you to pray that things will change. And you will foolishly praying for Nigeria things to change. Fools, tell me, ever since you were born till today, have you seen anything in Nigeria that changed for good? No. Everything in Nigeria that have changed for evil. Everything. Prove me wrong. One thing in Nigeria that have changed for good, just one. You can't find one. You will only find things that change from good to worst.
They were perhaps dealt with, and they felt like that some of these people that had dealt with them, spilled over and ran into Kogi State. So they thought that they needed to go there and finish things up. And that's the state. 25 people died, and they've been given mass burial. Very sad. In fact, the entire that community in Kogi State was thrown into chaos last week because of this incident, right? Then we also did hear that, the defense headquarters, in fact, just yesterday, Sunday, they clarified that only an army lieutenant was killed and 4 other soldiers wounded when Boko Haram terrorists ambushed the troops along Burutai.
Army officer, they say 1, but police confirmed that 7 military men were killed. 1 army officer, no, 8. 1 army officer and the 7 soldiers were killed. Is it not 8? Police confirmed, and now they are telling you it's only 1, just to make you believe that they didn't kill so many, so they will not go and attack them. Police, I talked about this. Wait, I think, where did I have this news? Oh, I think I have this news somewhere. I have this news somewhere. Let me look for it. Hold on, because it's good if we the talk, maybe they show you. Make you they see them. Listen to the news. Hello, my wonderful people. I bring greetings again. Oh. Fresh tragedy hit Nigerian army. Terrorists kill lieutenant. 6 soldiers in ambush. Okay, 6. Lieutenant is that or is the officer plus 6. Is it not 7 in total? They come out now. If you go on to read this paper, you let me find the paper. I'll go and find it. So you will see that the police DPO or police commissioner confirmed this attack and confirmed that 7 military officers were killed. Now they have come to tell you is 1. You see why I have said that whenever you have somebody in Nigerian military, in Nigerian police, you do not hear from them again, they are dead. And the military will not tell you, the police will not tell you, and they will keep posting you that they are inside Sambisa forest working, they are inside the other forest working. Now you, the kind forest where they are working, inside grave that they walk, that is if say they see their body buried now. Let's see. Listen. It happen, it show. Fresh tragedy hits Nigerian army as terrorists kill lieutenant, 6 soldiers in ambush. For where you go understand them later. Let's go into the deal and they see within the happen. The soldiers died. Now you see April 6. This thing happened 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Today is 9. Yesterday was 8. 2 days ago, 3 days ago. This thing happened 3 days ago. They have come today to tell you is a lie. Exactly a week. The soldiers died exactly a week after the military personnel who were murdered while on a peace mission in Delta State were led to rest at National Military Cemetery, Abuja. A lieutenant in the Nigerian army and the 6 soldiers have lost their lives in ambush by the Boko Haram terrorists along Buni Yadi Road, Borno State. Now, I am waiting to see Nigerian military go to the community where this thing happened and begin to shoot and burn down the houses in those communities. Now, are you seeing it with your eyes? Okay. Daily trust gathered that the Boko Haram insurgents ambushed the soldiers at Kumaya, a village close to a military cemetery, Abuja. You see, Nigeria can never stop amazing me. They are still maintaining that these criminals that went to steal avoiding from Biafra land went there for military military peacekeeping in data. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Daily Trust gathered that this Daily Trust, or is it there? No, okay, this Sahara, okay. Daily Trust gathered that the Boko Haram insurgents ambushed the soldiers at Kumaya, a village close to Buratai hometown. Buratai, I see. Former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuka Buratai, retired. A security source said the soldiers paid a supreme price on their way to Damaturu to buy fuel. Now, I want to make you understand Nigeria. The attack, the things where they happen against us because we are Biafran is enough to tell every goat, every chicken, every mumu say you they different. You are being treated differently. You are paying the ultimate price. They killed 7 soldiers in the north. They come back to tell you say now 1 they kill. So that you know go say, hey, why now they kill so many? Why are they not? But even at that,
Bunigari Road on Thursday. So there were reports that some military personnel were killed. And people now said, okay, so military officers died, including the lieutenant. Why not give them the Okwama treatment? You know? So the army headquarters, defense headquarters responded and said that it was just only a lieutenant. But if it was a lieutenant alone, is it too small for us to get the reaction that we got from Okwama? Because there's been a lot of reaction that there is no equal treatment. You know the way Okwama was raided, not just Okwama, that's raiding spilled over to other communities, including some Izo communities in Delta State and including some Bayelsa State communities. Even till date, I'm not sure that people of Okwama are yet settled back into their communities because of that incident, right? So, and then we also have a situation where some retired soldiers have again warned the federal government to be careful with its decision to rehabilitate and reintegrate some repentant terrorists who have gone through the government's de-radicalization program, Operation Safe Corridor. The de-radicalization, the rehabilitation and reintegration program, of course, by the Nigerian army. They said that it is not good enough because, you know, that shouting that how do you reintegrate, and it's very dangerous. How do you reintegrate someone who has a mindset? That's an issue. So I really love your expert opinion on that. But then let's go straight to Taraba State now, where Nigerian Correctional Service confirmed just yesterday, Sunday, the release of kidnapping kingpin Hamisu Bala, aka Wadume. What do you mean? From its correctional center in Kuje just on Friday. According to officials of the NCOS, Bala was set free because he had completed his 7-year prison term only.
Now, I want you to listen to this story very well. This part is very interesting. This part is interesting. They sentenced him to 7 years imprisonment. I want you to count yourself how many years, whether not weeks, that they count for years. I want you to go down, count very well with me. Let's go. Let's go.
Repentant terrorists who have gone through the government's de-radicalization program, Operation Safe Corridor. The de-radicalization, the rehabilitation and reintegration program, of course, by the Nigerian army. They said that it is not good enough because, you know, that shouting that how do you reintegrate, and it's very dangerous. How do you reintegrate someone who has a mindset? That's an issue. So I really love your expert opinion on that. But then let's go straight to Taraba State now, where Nigerian Correctional Service confirmed just yesterday, Sunday, the release of kidnapping kingpin Hamisu Bala, aka Wadume. What do you mean? From its correctional center in Kuje just on Friday. According to officials of the NCOS, Bala was set free because he had completed his 7-year prison term only. 7-year prison term. A known kidnap kingpin who perhaps a lot of people may have been murdered under his watch or hands or instruction. He's been set free. Let me just stop it here, Jejeli, and get your reaction, please, sir.
Thank you very much, Precious. Your questions are very long, so I will expect that maybe we'll be coming back to you again to
definitely,
remind me of the
definitely. I won't forget any of them. Yes.
Yeah, but let's start with Egberi Papa.
Okay, sir.
You know.
Now, this man you are seeing here is an ex DSS boss. His name is Dennis Amachire. Dennis Amachire, former DSS boss. Let's listen to him. You heard the question. A man that was arrested or arrested for kidnapping, arm dealing, terrorizing, has been set free after less than 2 years in sentence in prison, and they said he has finished his 7 years imprisonment because he's a funny man. Let's listen, and so many questions will come up. This is from the point I want us to listen. Let's go.
It's not an abduction. He was arrested. In fact, the police public relations officer for Rivers State has come out to say that yes, it was by a sister agency and I believe it's the army.
Okay.
Who had adopted.
So that's been clarified.
Who have arrested him? Yes, that has been clarified.
Okay.
But all the same, when we look at it, something happened in Okwama. Then you are going to Bayelsa and Rivers to arrest people. I know that there is an investigation going on right now, an investigation into the killings of those military people.
Yes, please.
But I will always caution the military that they have to be very careful. I don't want us to go back to the days of militancy, because the way it is going, we might relapse back into the days of militancy, where all these guys were in the creeks, and then of course they were busy doing more kidnapping, and then of course shooting and killing each other. We don't want to also allow the military to open up new war fronts. I know that the JTF has been there. They're investigating. But we want that investigation to be concluded quickly. It has to be concluded quickly, because you never know the implications of it. They said the military went there for peacekeeping at Kwama.
Yes. Yes.
But which kind of peacekeeping that they didn't carry along the other services. The other services need to be carried along, because when you look at it, it's supposed to be JTF. Even when I was working in the Niger Delta, it is the JTF we deal with. And the JTF includes the Army, Navy, Police, DSS, NSCDC, and they move as a group, But you see, when we have the military involved in internal security, it becomes a problem, whereby you see them operating, beyond what is supposed to take place. Because the reason why there's a joint task force is because those responsible for other responsibilities will take care of it. Soldiers are trained to kill people. Police are trained to do law enforcement.
So do you think? Are you saying that the military went, beyond their jurisdiction in that Okwama civil situation?
I think they went beyond their responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah, they went beyond their responsibility, because if they are going on such a mission, I know it is all oil theft business.
So you think that this whole thing, this whole issue is linked to oil? Because they said it was about land dispute between communities, and that's the instruction. That's what we heard, rather.
If it's about land dispute, that land dispute will be handled by the police or the local government chairman or the governor. I have been in a state where, we have people fighting over land, and we don't go and bring military to come and do peace mission. Although the military was there in the state capital, but land issues, even ethnic, religious issues, are decided or solved by the state governor. I remember when I was working in Taraba State in the north, it was the secretary to state government that was there to deal with it, and I represented the DSS. And then, of course, we have the police commissioner also represented. And then we solved the problem for them. You don't go and bring military to go and solve land issues. So I know that when this thing happened, people were unsettled and they were not ready, for the right thing to be said at that time. So all kinds of narratives were coming out from the area. So that is, they have to think again. Let investigation bring out the real truth.
All right. So over the months, so apologies for cutting you, sir. Okay, let me let you land, because I was going I was going to say that over the years we've had this issue with banditry in northwestern part of Nigeria. It's been a reoccurring thing. I don't know why we still don't call them terrorists, because they've been proscribed. We still call them bandits. We still have communities in parts in Nigeria where bandits are still taking tax from people before they go to their farms. One of the reasons, many reasons why there is high price of agricultural produce in Nigeria right now. So these bandits have been doing a lot. One of which was the fact that they killed some military. They killed a lieutenant, just like the defense headquarters said. A lot of people expected the Okwama raid by the military to happen in Borno State.
Yeah.
But we also did know that we did not see that same rage when some naval officers, when the naval flight was gunned down in Niger State. So do you think there's balance in the way the security or the Nigerian security force generally handles issues concerning insecurity? Because that's the education, that's the worry by many.
Yes, I used to be working in the security agency, and by all means, we try to be very balanced when it comes to things like this.
So do you think recently they've been very balanced? Apologies.
Right now, I think basically they are fighting terrorism. In fact, those guys are not bandits, please, because the High Court in Nigeria have already declared them as terrorists.
Absolutely.
So they are terrorists, okay?
Yes, please.
I know that, and you know the situation that led to it. They were bandits originally, but who are...
What do you think? I'm losing your voice.
Now, Nigeria court declare them bandits. But Gumi single-handedly open mouth and he went to the television houses and told them nobody should call them criminals. Nobody should call them terrorists. Remember, Nigerian court, Nigeria own court, not Biafran court, Nigeria court declare Funani terrorists. They declare them both the ones that said they are Boko Haram, they are ISWAP, they are ISIS, they are headers, they are bandits. All of them put together were declared terrorists. But today, nobody dares open mouth to call them terrorists. Why? Because Gumi warned everybody. Warned Ruben Abati, warned Rufai, warned Obi, warned every one of them. Nobody should ever call these people terrorists. If you call them terrorists, they will get angry. And when they get angry, you will not like it. I remember the very day he was warning them on their channel. I think that was in Arise television. He was warning them bitterly. And after that day, nobody ever opened mouth to call them terrorists. Terrorists ceased. They began to call them bandits. Gumi told them that they are good people. Nobody should call them terrorists. And they took it. But the same Biafra that useless men proscribed with their own mouths, not court, but court nullifies it. Till now, the fools will sit down and they tell you that they are proscribed IPOB. Now that we are Biafran liberation, now that we are in Biafra government, go back and get your court to declare Biafra government in exile a terrorist. Because the IPOB you declare terrorist is that of Shina Sawuru. The one they sold to you, Nigeria, is the one you declared. This very one we have today is of the true Biafrans. It's not that one you called terrorist. Fools everywhere.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? I think I'm losing your voice. Apologies. I hope that I can get you rejoin us. I'm losing your voice. All right, so Barrister Darlington.
Terrorists, because
okay.
they are terrorizing the people.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway, the balance you are talking about, I don't think is existing, because Okwama is not the first place where military officers have been killed. You know, very senior officers have been killed in Meduguri, in the north somewhere, and then of course it was handled whereby
mind you, the person speaking is a former DSS boss. A former DSS boss. That's boss, his rank could be like a general. He's the one telling you now. Now, all our Fulefu brothers, I wish you now go look, listen, and they hear him and understand what is going on. He is now telling you that military has brought that these terrorists that call Funani, whatever, has brought down military jet on. What is sister? I beg somebody that ask of you. I go need to give her your number. So if you go agree, come inside here. If you go fit, come inside here, or if you go fit, call me for telephone, so I go fit send you the person number, make you call am, abeg. Anyone. So I wish our people go understand that what has happened or what has transpired in Okwama is not because military were killed, but because an opportunity or an avenue has been found to push you away from your community. An avenue to make you go into to be subjected to a place like worse than IDP camp even. Since you now no one go into IDP camp, we go show na pepper. That's what they're doing. Since military since the Funani headers no fit come Biafra land, come send people into IDP camp. We, the military, we do it for you. If not, tell me, what are they doing in data that warrant them sending people into ungodly nowhere in the midst of forests that people are dying, people are getting children, pregnant women, child. Oh my goodness. You've seen the pictures. They are not secret. Now the man with experience, that former force, is telling you that what is happening is not normal, because in Madugri, in Kano, in Kaduna, in Borno, in Sokoto, military personnel has been killed in thousands. But no time have they. Obasanjo, the wicked, the chimpanzee, has never gone there to order killing and the wiping and the leveling down the whole community. When it comes to Biafra, they will level down everybody. And our people are not getting the message. That's my own. God.
Gone ahead to give them state burial, and everybody forgot that. They keep on looking for these people.
So why is your Okwama's issue very special and different?
You know, because one thing about, like I told you, it's about oil theft.
Oh, wow.
It's about oil theft. When people will bribe their ways to go down to the Niger Delta, to go and work there, in the different forces, police, NSCDC, Navy, they go down there, and then of course during that period, within 6 months, many of them buy cars. So you found out that the bunkering thing is something that is going on heavily. I don't think the government is ready to deal with this, because you see, when we are talking of oil theft, it starts from the top in NMBC all the way down to the creeks. And we've said it in so many places, so many different times, and nobody is really paying attention because too many people are involved. You know, when you say about 400,000 barrels of oil are being lost on a daily basis, maybe you don't know how much 400,000 barrels of oil is. I used to work for a company called Adax Petroleum. Adax Petroleum produces 100,000 barrels of oil a day. And that is the amount that makes them run their company very well, pay their workers very good salaries and everything, okay? So think of 400,000. That means we are talking of a very large corporation, a very large corporation. Shell itself, was producing about 1 million barrels a day. During the height of the militancy, Shell came down all the way to 600,000. So you can see what I'm talking about. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. You see that every day, although they've hired Tantita Security to look after the pipeline, yes, and all the rest, but you still find out it's on barges of ships loaded with crude oil.
So you have said this now. You have said this now that you're certain that it's likely oil theft. But the Nigerian military hasn't said so. They are yet to tell us the nature of peacekeeping that these people, that the military officials were involved in.
The Nigerian military is not going to tell you that. Nigerian military is going to tell you that because some questions are going to arise from that investigation. And one of the questions is, you are JTF. What are you doing in the creeks? Without the other services? Why is it only your service that is going there? And you say you are going for peacekeeping.
Yes.
Now, why is the police not there? Why is the DSS not there? These are questions that the military cannot answer.
Okay, so
it is very clear to everybody, to those fools that are still waiting for military to come out with the result of their investigations. And I want us to understand that military have told you that they know the people that killed their men. The Nigerian military has come out publicly to make it clear that they know the killer of their military personnel. Now, the question you should be asking yourself is this: if truly they know the killers of their personnel, why are they sending people inside unknown forests to die? Why did they burn down the communities? Why were they shooting on innocent people? Why have they taken over somebody's community? And all this military, Nigeria army, terrorist army you see there are retired Boko Haram or repentant Boko Haram. No single person from the Delta or Biafra land will be found there. All of them are from North. So tell me, why would they spare you? Why do you think they want to spare you? Why, sister, you're welcome.
My brother, thank you. Very good question. Thank you very much. God bless you. I did everywhere. You see, you just said it. The woman asks, why are those top military people there? What are they doing there for peacekeeping, for Christ's sake? And why are they not allowing the governor to go into that village to find out what happened? Why are they depriving that man to come in? They are not the owner of that village. They don't rule that village. They are not the president. Did the president say they shouldn't allow the governor to go in? They are not asking that question. I'm telling you, it's oil theft that went wrong. It's themselves. They are being greedy and selfish among themselves, and they permit themselves. I don't want to use the other word because of all these idiot people. You understand? Because even Polo Tom said it, that this oil theft is the military. It did not say police. It did not say custom. He said they are the militaries, the top militaries. That is what he said. But people didn't take him serious when he made that comment at that time. You understand? Those people have been stealing. They've been stealing. Maybe they want to make exchange. You know, after some time they will swap you and put another head. Maybe your head they refuse to leave. Maybe, who knows? Because after certain time, they have to change you, put another person. So now maybe, oh, this gentleman that is there stealing, it's his time to leave for them to swap him. Because of the greed of the money of the oil theft, maybe he doesn't want to go, and he staged a fight. Maybe he staged a fight because he doesn't want to leave because he's making so much money. And he thought, well, okay, if you don't want to leave, you see what will happen to you. That is what happened. But now my pain is that they knew what happened. Where are they suffering the villagers? Where are they making these villagers to go through this pain that they are going through right now? Why can't they say, you know in your heart that this is our fault? You know in your vein that it's not this villagers' fault. They've done nothing wrong. They don't know what is even going on in their own village, in their own community. They were shocked to see people say, what happened? Why are you here? You said you came for peace. Peace on what? You knew. And you just massacred these innocent children because you felt, oh, the whole of Nigeria is in your palm. You can do whatsoever you pleases. And exactly what you are doing, because you are not allowing the government to come in. Nobody can come in. You could have wiped the whole people off. That was that Musa, that Mumu. That was what he said. I could have leveled them. Oh, what is happening in Russia? Using Russia, using Israel, that you know they are in war right now. They are in war. And everybody knows they are in war. Are you in war in Okwama? That you went there to massacre them? And up till now, even right now as we speak, they are in the bush. And this is April. It's coming close to rainy season. And once the rain starts, there will be snakes everywhere. There will be snakes everywhere because they are running from their holes once the water is too much. Mind you, our area is riverine area. Any little rain, the whole place is flooded. I don't know if these people have sympathy. The only people that can help these people right now is Biafrans. It's our PM. It's our good guy. That is the only person that they can listen to. That is the only person that they are scared of right now. He's the only person they are scared of. Even this guy that is speaking now, I know he's scared. He's scared. He's even scared. The way he talks, his look, you will know that he's shivering. He doesn't know what will happen the next minute to him or to his family. Because Nigeria, they've caged the innocent people. They have made a way to make us turn to Dundee, Fulani zombie, like Fela will say. They turned our brain not to think properly. They made us to be looking for food and not using our number 6 to think properly, to see what is going on around you. Nobody is there to fight for them, if not our PM. The Prime Minister of Biafra State is the only person right now. Even that lady that is asking that man all these questions, what can she do? Can she call them now and say, this is what is going on? Why are you still there? She can't do nothing. She can't. None of them can save the situation. None. We have to rise up and fight these people. We keep on dying, like this man said. We will keep on dying. If we wait for these people, we will all die one after the other. He said, Danjuma, please, we should not forget what he said to us. We should never forget what Danjuma said. That if we followed this military, we all going to Peme one after the other. We must pick the gun. We must pick a ass, anything. If it is poison, if it is water, poison anything for them. We have to do strong thing to these people. If not, they will finish us. They don't care for any soul. All they are after is the crude oil in our place. They've done it in Okwama. Do you think other villages are free? Do you think they will not go to other neighboring villages to do this? Of course they will. We need to sit up and listen to this guy and draw a conclusion from him and sit back and plan strategically how we will deal with these people. Anywhere they are eating, they're poisoning them in their food. They go somewhere to go and eat. In the market, whatever they buy, poison the food for them. When you see them coming to buy food, they live there.
They will, what is sister?
Eh?
They will no verse. Make we listen to the video again. No
Yes.
verse. Because the video, I want make we continue. Make we listen to this whole video. Because
Very annoying.
this man na former DSS
SS.
boss.
Can you imagine?
Na him they call, make he come explain. So na him good. Make we listen. Make our people hear
Yeah.
themselves direct from the mouth.
Thank
so
you.
make we continue. While we listen a little, we go. When he says something we good, we go pause and we go talk into it.
Okay.
Although, the killing of top officers was a very, very condemnable act.
Very sad.
Very sad. But, what is going on?
All right. Thank you, sir. I didn't let you know. I have one of my in-house analysts with me, Barrister Darlington. He's here in the studio with us. So I'd like to find out from him.
Okay, I know Darlington.
Yes, please. As a civilian, Barrister Darlington, some retired and military officers have complained about the fear of reintegrating Boko Haram terrorists back into the society. They worry about that. As a civilian, I understand that you're probably not in any of those centers right now. Those what do they call them again? Rehabilitation centers where the ID camps and all that, so IDPs. But as someone who may have been affected by the activities of this Boko Haram, how do you think a civilian who was affected by the activity will feel seeing them back into the society and free? Do you think that the worries of these retired military officers are valid?
It is not. It is not, and it's very sad. First of all,
their worries are not valid.
First of all, I greet Mr. Macri.
I greet you.
Yes. He can hear you, sir.
Now, it is very sad, and it is because we don't have a nation yet. What we have are tribal enclaves who are only after the protection of their own people. If we have a nation, such a thing will not happen. It can never happen. Never. Who are the people that are rehabilitated? Don't you know where they came from? They even told you that because they swore with the Quran. That's the only condition. That they swore with the Quran. And that was what made them to become repentant terrorists. Is that not so funny? Now, the people you are talking about, have you not noticed that the people now pay more allegiance to the terrorists than the federal government? Have you not noticed it?
How so?
The people pay protection fee to these terrorists. The allegiance is not. That's why they cover them.
You mean the public, the general public?
Yes, the people within that area where they operate. They prefer the protection of the terrorists than the protection of the federal government because they are not getting any protection from the federal government.
Mr. Dennis Macri, do you agree with that? Do you agree to that, please?
That is.
I agree totally with him.
See, oh my goodness!
You won't blame the people there because you see this.
Meanwhile, as we move on, we go continue. There is a fire burning in Lagos, Idumota. From one shop, it don't reach how many buildings now are affected. 14 buildings are now burnt down. You see, if you remember very well, I used to say here that very soon those in Idumota and the Balogu, they go remember Ona. Though I used to say it here, but nobody will listen to me. Listen, 14 buildings in the market. Now our people are crying. Our people are crying. Listen to the news. Listen.
Thanks for joining us on TVC News this hour. We're bringing you live images as 4 buildings collapse after fire raises more than 14 buildings in a section of the Semo Street in Idumota, Lagos Island. The fire also destroyed several goods worth yet to be ascertained. Recall that about 3 weeks ago, some shops caught fire in the same Semo area, leading to loss of property worth millions of naira. Already as we speak, emergency responders are on ground to quench the fire. According to reports, the fire started from a generator's spark on a penthouse. The owner threw the generator and fuel gushed out, which caused a huge spark that resulted in a fire outbreak. Our senior reporter, Theophilus Islamize, is right at the center of it and has been monitoring this development. Theophilus, you're back in Idumota 3 weeks after. What are you learning from this latest development?
People of Biafra, what the reporter means by 3 weeks, don't think this is old one. This is today. More clips are coming up. 14 buildings raised down. Nothing was recovered. Nothing. Everything went down. 2 weeks ago, a building was burned down, or 3 buildings. 3 weeks ago, the same thing. Last month, Dosumu, but this is the highest. 14. When we, I don't know if you've been into Idumota. Idumota is a place where our people, a building, you will have goods worth of $100 million in just 3-story building. Now, shake about 14 buildings. Let's just watch the clip. Let's watch.
Theophilus, what's the update where you are? We're following development closely in Idumota, Lagos, where fires raised more than 14.
Right now, as you can see, the fire is raging. We cannot even stand where I am at this point. Everywhere have been cordoned off generally, but standing here is like standing in front of the sun. The fire is raging and it's really hot. You can see behind me the whole street has been gutted by fire. The whole Dosemu. Recall that weeks ago we were here where some other buildings were gutted by fire in this Dosemu area of Lagos Island, and this has happened again. Of course, this particular building that is still burning collapsed. We were told that because of the fire incident is as a result of someone who threw away a generator filled with petrol at the penthouse, and before you know it, the fire spread to every building in this place as a result of that action. And so we are about 4 buildings right now have collapsed. This one collapsed just right in front of us. It collapsed in front of us. Another one collapsed inside. So 4 buildings have collapsed so far in this area, and it's appalling because we've been here before. This is not the first time fire is happening on this Lagos Island axis. Of course, the recent one was this one at Dosemu, and the next street at Breadfruit Street as well. Fire incidents happened there yesterday, which destroyed properties worth millions of naira. And of course, this is a situation that calls for urgent attention. Right now, the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency is destroying buildings. They started from there, destroying some buildings, and they are moving on to the other place, destroying other buildings to create space for the firefighters to effectively fight this fire that has been raging. This one has gone down before, now it came back on, and so you can understand the intensity of the fire that happened in this area. Goods worth millions of naira have been destroyed as a result of this fire that happened this morning.
Salama live for us in Idumota. He was there some 3 weeks ago when about 3 buildings were affected, and we're learning now that about 14 buildings have now been affected by the ongoing fire disaster. We'll get back to him subsequently for more updates when he has them for us.
¿Me haces un café? ¿Café?
Well, we have a fire outbreak here at Dosmu Market just like 2 weeks ago. Yesterday we had one very close here, not far away from here. As of today, more than close to 14 high-rise buildings are already involved. The fire started from this very building. That was why we took refuge the last time we came. And the fire started how it was alleged that some products, explosive products, were stored there. And one of the products, I think when it exploded, it crossed over the road. When it crossed the road, the other side of the road started fire. And you can see the range of buildings that have been affected. So all efforts are on. We have been able to secure replenishment from the Nigerian Port Authority, fire hydrants, and some of the men of other agencies, combined with Federal Fire Service, State Fire Service, LASEMA, Julius Berger, LJ, all of them are here now. We are still battling the fire.
That is it. I don't know.
Mazi.
I feel like crying, honestly.
Mazi.
I feel like just shedding tears because when you see all these things happening like this.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
My brother, you see, he said some born last week, some born yesterday, some born today, 14 today. So they were able to count the one of today. How many were they able to count last week? How many born yesterday? How many born again? What that day before yesterday? I think he counted how many severally like that he counted that got burned. And you listen, this one they can say, oh, it's generator from the top because they have to look for story to tell. The last one, did they tell a story? No. The one of yesterday or day before yesterday, did they tell a story? No. But this one, because it's 14, now they are telling a story. Maybe because they know that it's mostly Biafrans stores that is getting burnt now. And they are now trying to put story to justify what they are doing. This is exactly what Shetima, is it not? Shetima is the vice president now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Is
Shetima,
it not
yeah.
what he said on a secret
Exactly.
video when he said they are going to take everything back and Yoruba with them will be buying 100 and they will be buying 300 and that. Then Iboma will come and rebuy again for 1 million. Is this not what is going on? This is exactly what's going on. I'm telling you, they've orchestrated it and they planned it. You will look as if it's ordinary fire. How can now ordinary fire for so many years and they can't have a way of quenching one fire, one block? They will allow it to burn until it finished burning. Who does that? What kind of pure wickedness is this? And look at the man you are showing us now. They ask a question that their allegiance of these people are to the killers, to these stupid terrorist people. And he said, yes, that he don't blame them, that they should pay their tax to these people, these Fulani S-men, these terrorist people, that they should be paying their tithes to these people. And they were those same people that massacre people, that permit people, you are allowed there to come back to the system to do
But
okay. To do
well,
what?
sister,
Eh?
this man, that man lives in America. He's not in the zoo.
No wonder he was so bold to speak, because
But my surprise, the thing that really baffles me about sometimes, I don't know what it is. He said all that thing good, and at the end, he ended up by saying, when that journalist, Patience, whatever, or Precious, asked him if he's optimistic, if he's hopeful that Nigeria will get better in his lifetime, he said yes, that he's very certain. So that tells you that there's something fundamentally.
Are you expecting him to tell you no?
Yes, because
No,
he doesn't live in the zoo.
You cannot expect no for
Why
an
not?
answer. Somebody have told, listen, do you know what it's like? Somebody is in coma, maybe a man is in coma, the family gathered and we are crying. And the doctor told them that your father, your husband, your brother, your uncle have few hours, maybe less than 5 hours to live. And they began to cry. The doctor will still come back and tell them, gather yourself, be strong. It is not the end. It's not end to what?
Yeah, but this, no, Maz, your analogy doesn't fit in this case. Why do I say that? Because if we were me, I would tell him that, look, forget it. It's a delusion of the.
Because you are a Biafran fighting.
He is a Biafran. He is a Biafran.
Do you think he's every Biafran that he believes in?
Of course, you are right. You are right. Yeah, he doesn't believe. Yeah, but at the same time, anyway, you are right there because he doesn't believe in Biafran restoration. Therefore, he will keep on hoping upon hope.
Ford, I don't know when you joined us. He have told you that military invasion in Delta is not correct.
I watched it live.
Okay, he said it's unlawful. Everything he said here, he condemned it the way we condemn. But at the end, he will still tell you that Nigeria is the only way.
Yeah, because because he's a one Nigerianist. Because he's a one Nigerianist. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it.
Like you.
I watched it live.
Like you.
Yeah, I watched it live yesterday.
Even him knowing that Nigeria will never survive, that was why he finished his service, took his family, ran away.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what surprised me even? Another thing that surprised me is that woman there, she is also a Biafran, like you said, but maybe she doesn't believe him. She doesn't think the way we think, right? But she's a Biafran from Rivers or whatever. Okay, even in name Naibo.
Don't know
Yeah,
what I'm
so but listen, you know what surprised me? Where I also came to the realization that there's this level of hypocrisy among our people. When this man was saying some of these things, and this Precious, this because she's a journalist, at least that's it.
Yeah.
She was just acting as if everything the man was saying was news to her. It wasn't news. This man said that Islamization and this thing that is agenda that is ongoing. She was like new, like it's a news. It's not news. She was in that country when
Yeah.
Obasanjo said it. She was in that country when Danjuma
No.
said
She
it.
was surprised. She
Hmm.
was surprised that the guy said it. He was just shocked that the
Yeah,
guy can say it
yeah,
loudly. Not that it's
yeah.
not
Maybe
new.
she wasn't expecting that somebody of
Can say
his
it
caliber
outly.
will come and say it in a public
Outly.
media.
That's right. That's right.
But
That's right.
But the man, but listen, but the man is speaking, first of all, he's speaking outside the country. That is one. And two, Danjuma said it and in the country, and Obasanjo said it in the country. But at least, why are you acting as if it's news or you are surprised when prominent people have said it? And the man told you that, look,
Danjuma have
it's on
said it.
record. I'm not, it's
Yeah.
because when he said to the man, are you when he said, are you not surprised? Are you not afraid that what if they come after you? You know, and the man told him that it's on record. These prominent people have said it. Everybody is on record. So how can I be afraid to say what people have already known? You know. So, but for her to, because there's one time on that program, I called in and I told her, I contributed. I said, look, that everything going on in Nigeria, from the terrorism, from the kidnapping, from whatever name, including this fire business now that is rampaging everywhere. Fire here and there, fire. It's not all accident. It's all part of the agenda. I am telling you the gospel truth. They are all working towards, they are all working towards one agenda that is taking over the entire space called Nigeria, Islamize it. Anybody who doesn't know that, you have nothing in your brain. They are all interwoven. Now, so I called one day to tell on that program, I said, look, that it's all about Islamization of entire country, you know. And she said to me, how can you say what you don't know? You know, I said, okay, I understand. There are some of them because she's in the country and she's in the news media, they will be scared too because they can come after them. Right. So, but Darlington, that barrister Darlington is in that country and he speaks his mind, even though he is also not a Biafran, a believer or agitator or whatever, but he speaks his mind. Now, but the thing is that for me, I'm not surprised. There's nothing that happens in Nigeria that surprises me. Why? Because I know it without a shadow of doubt that the government of Nigeria that is under Tinubu now, they are all working together on one direction, on one purpose. Before Tinubu was allowed to become president, it's a template that has been given to him. You know, the Islamization is not for them. They're just working towards it. Tinubu can, in the north, so many communities that the terrorists are taking over. They collect tax, they do everything, they're in charge of those. The government, the Tinubu government will not send the military to go there and raid them. No. So obviously, oh my goodness, I don't know what is wrong with our people. This is so blatant, it's so black and white to see what is going on. Okay, like I said, Jonathan, the British current British foreign secretary, he pronounced Nigeria openly that it's an Islamic country. Some people say, yeah, that because Nigeria is a member of OIC, that Islamic whatever, that is why he said it. But he also knows, David Cameron also knows that more than half of Nigerian populations are non-Muslims. So how then can you come and say because they have a membership of that Islamic something, therefore the entire country, that more than half, I swear, I say it, more than half of the population are not Muslim. So how are you going to pronounce them Islamic country?
But how come, sir, how come all this while before now they have not pronounced Nigeria as a Muslim country? Why now that they know that all these things are going on because they know what is going on? So that's why they are pronouncing to tell them that we are behind you. Go ahead with what you are doing.
Of course, that is the point. That is the point.
That is why they came out and said that this is a Islamic country. They knew what is going on. They planned it. It's part of them.
Exactly, my sister.
It's part of them. Because
That
if
is
Yeah.
it.
not,
That
before
is
now,
true.
they dare not. And
Mhm.
our name, British, Nigerian name was still written in Islamic whatever, but they dare
Mhm.
not pronounce it at that time because it was not
And he
Yes.
right
spoke,
yet.
and,
They were
and
not.
he spoke on the capacity of the government as a foreign
Yes.
secretary. He didn't speak from his own. He's speaking the position of government. Mhm.
No,
Yes.
yes,
And that is
not as
why,
an
if you look
not
at
as
it,
an individual. He speak for United Kingdom,
yes,
not for
Exactly.
yes,
not
Exactly.
even for his family. He spoke for the
Mazi,
whole nation. Huh?
Mazi, that is
Hmm?
why Obama quickly rushed Jonathan to get out of the seat. It
Mhm.
has been planned from day one, not yesterday.
But
For
but
them to
but
force Jonathan
but,
out,
but
yeah,
then but
it's their
then
plan.
but then you ask yourself, why is it that in Nigeria you have journalists, like I earlier said, more than half of the population are not Muslims. You have journalism or journalists with media houses. Then you have the so-called professors or engineer or lawyers or doctor who are not also. So why is it that they don't raise this question with the British embassy or ambassador or the commissioner? Call them to order, because this is what nation does. You call the commissioner to order to apologize or correct yourself that Nigeria is a secular state. Nigeria is not Islam. Why do you make that pronunciation in the world stage?
Who should ask why do you make such pronouncing?
Because they are all into it. They are all into it. Oh my
Listen,
goodness.
this is a template. This thing, all you see, is a template. They have been going page by page. Whenever they get to any particular page, they will tell you what is in it. Tinubu is there just to go on according to whatever he has been given.
They
It's
are
a
going. They
template,
are
as
going
a
on
book.
the template. Yes, they are following
You
the
must go
template.
through the book.
Yes, they are following the
Even if
template,
P2B,
Mazi.
had even P2B went there, P2B would have been going. If Tinubu is going through one page a day, if Tinubu now is going, if Tinubu is going through the book a page per day, had it been that P2B was the one that got in there as a president, P2B would have been going 5 or 10 pages a day. Yes, because P2B will like to do everything to please his master more.
Yeah,
But Tinubu is going gradually because him to have something against them. That was why he told them, if una wan make we scatter, we go open the cupboard, everybody go see wetin dey inside. Was
yeah,
that not the reason why they allowed him to become the president?
yeah.
Because it's his turn, it's an
Yes,
agreement, it's an
yes,
agenda.
yes,
Something that has been planned and agreed in America long before Tinubu,
yes.
before Buhari
Even before
became the
Jonathan
president.
left, even before they forced Jonathan to leave, they've planned it.
Yeah, it
Britain
has
is
been
number
planned.
one. Well planned, when well orchestrated, well
Mazi,
I
eh,
can hear you.
yeah, the thing with Nigeria is this. We are going to free ourselves. United Nations is not going to free us. America is not going to free us. Nobody. Our freedom is in our own hand. Because I will tell look, if we fail, if we don't do whatever we have to do to get our freedom, these same United Nations, these same nations all over the world, they're gonna laugh at us at the end. You know why? Because only you can free yourself. They will they will look at us as a stupid people. You think that the United Nations will come and tell you, okay, go and get your freedom. No, 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 no. If you want to be free, if you feel like you are in prison, you are being subjugated and humiliated and enslaved, you have to fight like hell to get the freedom. If you get it, everybody will recognize you, everybody will accept you, everybody will give you accolade, everybody will honor you. You are a brave man. You are this. You are that. That's how it goes. That is why they will call somebody a terrorist. Tomorrow they will call him a hero. Mandela today is worshipped around the world.
but he was also called a terrorist. Many others like that. Now, but basically, and I say this with all purpose, what is happening at my age, what I've seen that happens and is happening in Nigeria is a big national and international conspiracy to make Nigeria an Islamic country. All the Nigerian space to become Islamic. They know that is agenda. And there are some of our people who has bought into it, maybe due to either complicity or whatever it is, they've chosen to work with the globalists who are pushing this agenda. But it's not going to stop our freedom. There's no way, because at the end of the day, God is above all. And the freedom of Biafra is ordained already. It may cost whatever, but it's going to happen. Yeah. So
let me add to
why I'm saying what I'm saying is that some of these international organizations, some of these countries, they are supporting it, but maybe not wholeheartedly, because somewhere along the line they know also that it's against morality, it's against humanity, it's against God to think that over 80 million people will be will be held captive. Because what is going on in Nigeria is pure case of captivity. We never asked for this. We never voted to be one Nigeria. We were forced into it, and from that time to this day, we were never given any chance to decide if we want to be in it or not. With the gun on our head, if you talk about referendum, or you talk about freedom, whatever, they shut you down, they kill you, they imprison you. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
My brother, listen. Not only Nigeria, they don't want to Islamize. Not only Nigeria.
Yeah,
they want to do the whole of Africa. It's the whole of Africa. The problem is they knew Nigeria would be the difficult place to conquer. That's why they are starting from Nigeria.
From 100%.
But when you are talking of Nigeria, they have already gotten Nigeria.
Yes.
It's only Biafra land
No.
It's only Biafra land that is their problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
If they ever succeed, if had it been that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not wake up on time,
we would have been over.
That our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa did not stood his ground,
we would have been over.
Had it been Simon Ekpa started following the same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was following, he followed today, and the criminals surrounding him will come and tell him one thing, he will back down. By now, Mazi Simon Ekpa himself would have been given over to Nigeria.
Yes.
By now.
Yes.
But he chose to do it. That's why he's telling me, I am doing it in Simon Ekpa's way. Not in a Gaddafi way, not in a Mandela way.
It's my way.
His own way.
Yeah. And
do you know that?
He's doing it nicely, diligently,
you know that?
and clearly.
Do you know that?
That's why they are crying. That's why they are crying in the Senate. Because of
this. Do you know that?
Let me finish.
Do you know that?
Let me finish.
Do you know that this morning?
Let me finish, sir.
Hold on. Let what is sister?
Allow me, sir. Please. If not, I will lose my line of thought. When this guy keep on going to the Senate to go and cry for Simon Ekpa, I don't know at that time that he's going there to cry. What is he crying for? Because Simon Ekpa is the good guy that can lead us out of this shenanigan.
Sorry, who was crying?
Mumu was crying.
Who is
Mumu was crying. Don't you know Mumu went to Senate House to go and cry?
Who is Mumu?
Mumu na. You don't know
Musa, okay.
Na Mumu they call him. I know they complete them. I don't want to complete that Mumu. Na Musa.
Okay, go on.
He go cry. He go cry that time for Senate House for no reason. He not see anything cry. He just they cry. They cost him on next name for no reason. Why? Because he know the template when this gentleman they follow. Now unbelievable that the whole of Europe country, the UN, America, they don't tell and say this guy, the speed and the way and manner this guy is going, he's going to actualize Biafra. You people have to find a way to stop him. Now be this terrorist what they come put for his neck. Now be killer where they won't sign to come take go put for his neck. Say may they find him alive or dead. Where they put for his head, they put him for terrorist book for no reason because the Europeans know say this man a fire. They know. The Britain they know. The American they know. You and everybody they know say na say be. Say this man now going they go so. If this route where this our PM follow so. If nine South African man follow, he not go stay jail for 27 years. He not go stay jail for 27 years. Our PM is doing the right thing and nothing go stop him. On the second is not far. The gate of hell will open. On the second is not far. We just have to be patient and diligently follow him and vote and do contribution. Diligently, we just follow. Make they preach all this one. All these journalists brand envelope they talk so. Maybe they don't even give an envelope. The next minute now, he go talk different. If they both they ask this my question, the next day, come and ask this woman question now. Why did you ask this gentleman this question? You go shop mat. You go say, I cannot ask him again. You go on the post story. This is our so-called Nigeria for them, and our Biafra will be for us. So no matter how long it will take us, what did Danjuma talk? He not talking yesterday. Oyendu did not say it yesterday. God don't already speak to Oyendu long time when he would for time Masob. Now God don't really reveal for him. For this matter when he take ground. So God already revealed to him. So there's no way you go fit court Nigeria for when you go fit court God. God's what did God ordain? There's no way you can cut it down. There's no way you can pull it down. The only thing we go must come out. They cannot force us among Nigeria because 1914, I've been at for the 2000, I've been at 1914. You don't finish, you don't go. That if they can turn the clock and put another 200 years, join what they do, they could have done it, but they can't. They made it 100 years, thinking that our forefather then they go don't go. We not go know anything again about 100 years. After 100 years, we not go know what happened. We not go fight for anything. That's why they took off history from the curriculum in Nigeria. They take history. I never know where for this whole war. When you take history, come out for inside education. They take and come out, and they feel say the 100 years will not come and go for us to get our liberation, for us to be free. They never knew. If like say they go write and say, oh, we will renew it after 100 years, we'll go add another 200 years. It could have been war for us. But now they not get anything where they go take all our year and do that. And they not get anything they go take carry in that Samonekpa. Come anywhere. Because that alone I say, Mokuna call me, I'm ready to come answer on a question. So that is why we, the followers, we must stand firm. We must preach the word fearlessly. We must talk. Anyhow we want to talk, anyhow we want to do, we must come out by fire, by force. Now we go take come out, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stella, you are welcome. But before you will come in, we have to go back to the video. And if you are just joining us, I want you to know that we have seen a place where our people's properties has been destroyed again in Lagos, Idumota, Dosumu. After 2 weeks, the fire went back there. The same place, the same street, the same environment. Now, today being 9th of April 2024, 14 buildings, not 14 houses, buildings, and you know in the Idumota is about 455 buildings, story buildings, and all of them from up to down. Our people are occupying them, filled and loaded with goods, worth of billions of naira, worth of hundred millions of dollars. Today, all of them, boom, again, and we are here crying. We go on. We have seen the clips. If there's any new clip that will come up, but there's what do you want to say again? The fire has done it, unless it will continue, because before, when we started, the fire was just burning, burning, burning. Now 14 buildings has been raised down, and the 3 main buildings has collapsed. Nothing. May God have mercy on us. We continue to watch this wonderful video. Let's just cool down. Let's listen to the video. We'll come back to talk again.
Is that not so funny? Now, the people you are talking about, have you not noticed that the people now pay more allegiance to the terrorists than the federal government? Have you not noticed it?
How so?
The people pay protection fee to these terrorists. The allegiance is not. That's why they cover them.
You mean the public, the general public?
Yes, the people within that area where they operate, they prefer the protection of the terrorists than the protection of the federal government because they are not getting any protection from the federal government.
Mr. Dennis Amakri, do you agree with that? Do you agree to that, please?
That is.
I agree totally with him.
Good.
See,
Oh my goodness!
You won't blame the people there, because you see these terrorists are operating in those very rural areas where they harass them.
Of course.
You know, and as they harass them, they cannot go to their farms, and the federal government is not there to protect them to go to their farms. So the best thing for them, the terrorists said you should pay tax before we allow you to go to your farm. So they pay the tax and they allow them to go to the farm.
Are you listening to what the man is? This is a former DSS boss. Now, I want you to understand that what the man is telling you is that the government cannot protect you. That is why Gumi will come openly and tell you, you must listen to the terrorists and don't call them terrorists, call them bandits. If you call them terrorists, they will get angry and they will come after you. Nobody will save you because Gumi knows that the government cannot save you from the hands of the terrorists, Fulani terrorists. Let's take 2 minutes if you want to say anything. Let me start with Helen, no? Helen, you're welcome.
Hello?
Yeah,
hello, can you hear me, sir? Good afternoon, sir.
We can hear you. We can hear you, my beautiful
sister. God bless every one of you for what you are doing. Good afternoon, my beautiful sister, Warri sister. I greet you. I greet our chairman there. God bless every one of you because of a truth you have spoken my mind. Since you have been online, I've been there watching. Only that I'm busy. I couldn't comment. I couldn't do anything, but I know I will come it when I'm nearly done. You see what is happening. You know, our people forget so many things that has been said, most especially this vice president. They played the record and they said it, that once they are able to come into the power, the first thing they will do is what they are carrying out now. But our people have forgotten. Everything that they said about us, how they are going to bring us down, to bring our economies down so that we will go to our land and drink our oil, is what they are doing now. But yet our people are not following. They don't understand the handwriting that is on the wall. They are still condemning the only savior that is yet now to at least help us to get our freedom. They are not standing with him. They are fighting because they want to remain in a perpetual slavery. I don't know. It is a painful thing, but I don't know. Idumota, I know very well because I live in Lagos. Most time I go home, I go to Lagos. A few times I will go to my village. I know Lagos very well. So I know whatsoever that is going on there right now. What is going on there? They are saying just millions, no, billions that are burning there. It's not something of million naira. It is billions of naira that our people will just invest in another man's land. Not thinking of what Odumegwu Ojukwu, our eternal leader, told them. Do this in your hometown, not in another man's land. They will never listen. Anybody that want to correct that, they will always be enemies to that person. Our leader came, Mazinam Kano. The man shout, if not for himself, by now we all will have been gone. Because his information make us to at least know what is coming to us. Make us to understand that person like me, I wouldn't have known that Nigeria has this plan against us. And even against my own tribe. I wouldn't have even known that I am an Igbo. You understand? For the fact that I'm not speaking the Igbo language, I'm not an Igbo. I'm an Igbo. Because in my village, we answer Okolo. In my village, we answer Umukoro. The same thing applies to the Igbo. So I am an Igbo. I wouldn't have known. Thank God he has come to open our eyes. Thank God that he came on time to save us. Because Nigeria that we are talking about, there is no more Nigeria, like Mazi Ugo said. No more Nigeria. The only place they are fighting so hard to hold as Nigeria now is the so-called South and Southeast. But they have tried to use that division to divide us so that we will not fight together. But glory be to God, with the unity of the leaders that God has ordained for us to deliver us from this mayhem, to deliver us from this hell that is about to befall that zoo. We have all known our right now. At least this man is saying it. He said what is going on there is ethnic something. It is ethnic something. It is tribal. It is tribalism that is going on in that country. He said the people that they free, who are they? Are they not from a particular tribe? Was that not the question that he asked? What was the question that he asked? So this man knew very well that this is the agenda that is going on. But if you tell him now today to go back to the zoo, he will still behave the same. He will still act in favor of the zoo. Because like as Mazi said, he said Nigeria is a state captured. It has been captured. It's only we that is struggling to come out of that capturing. It has been captured. It's even baffling everyone, every of these international bodies. They are wondering how these people were able to just intimidate us to this extent that no protest, you cannot come out and protest. With a gun on our head now, they are forcing us to be one country, and that one country, they have to Islamize us. We have to be wearing those bedsheets on our head. We have to be doing all sorts of nonsense that they are applying, because in any Islamic country today, there is no peace. That is why you see they're running from one country to another. When they go to the country, the law that does not benefit them in their own land, that chase them out of their own land to seek refuge, that they have been oppressed with their religion in their country, they want to still force it on the indigenous people to the land where they ran to. You understand? So we thank God for everything, that we are on our way out. That is my happiness. No. Our people here. My happiness is that we are on our way out. Nobody, a small child now know that yes, Biafra is existing. If you call anybody, sir?
You should just round up so we'll continue, because the video we are listening to is very wrong. We should be taking to 2 minutes.
I've said my mind. There is no way, more better way that I should have put it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. What is it? Do you want to say anything?
No, carry on. We are here. Yes, don't go. Just stay by the back.
Yeah.
Just stay
my
on the background. Let's finish the tape. Then we'll carry on talking.
Mazugo, let me just say a few things, because my battery is low now and I don't have the charger with me. It's unfortunate today.
Wow, sorry.
Yeah. So the thing is, to be honest with you, Nigerian issue, a past person, a past human being, but not past God. And if God has not shown me, I'm not a prophet, I'm not a pastor, I'm not a whatever, but if God has not shown me that Biafra is achievable, a reality, I would have given up. I'm telling you the gospel truth, because the level of gang up is out of this world, physically, spiritual, otherwise. But God has shown me, and every day I get reinforced about it. Even from the word of our to our PM, everything they say, as they say, they keep falling in place. Well, I won't be able to begin to name them one by one or one after the other, but they keep falling in place, showing exactly that truly, when God says yeah, it's yeah. He doesn't go back on his word. So that, because first of all, the emergence of this our PM is nothing short of miracle. Absolutely nothing. Today, this morning, I was in a program with some guys in the zoo, right? And this guy happens to be one of the DOS guy, right? And what he said, they were on the topic of December 2nd declaration, right? And this guy, this DOS guy, I know he's DOS, right? But he think he's smart, so he tried to romance or kind of, but I know where he's going. So he said that only Nnamdi Kanu has the right to declare Biafra. This was today, that nobody has right to declare Biafra. And I said to him, I said, I see, only not, because now you guys have succeeded in incarcerating.
Which platform was that?
It's a new platform, call TV. It's a new platform.
I watch that, master. I'm watching.
Yeah. So I said, so because you guys have succeeded in incarcerating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, now you are invariably trying to tell us that we'll wait anytime he comes out before we'll be free, right? You see the game they play, this chicken, and but we've passed that. We are not stupid. And our PM, trust me when I say this, he's a genius. That Jesus Christ. So all this game, all this, you can play it with zoo people. You don't play it with a man who has been, forget it. So we only Nnamdi Kanu, but all along they didn't say that, because now they have it, because they all connived towards the capturing or the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu. The DOS, the politicians, the governors, they all have hand in it. I'm telling you the gospel truth. So, but they failed already. I am not perturbed. They failed woefully. On December, we're going to declare this in. And I've also seen how Biafra is going to come to reality. I did not want to. And one thing I'm happy about, the last time our PM was asked a question, I think it was in a Belgium visit, and he did not dwell so much. He's a very, very smart guy. He did not go into details. You can answer a question, but you don't have to open up everything. Because I've also seen the methodology, how it's going to happen. And that country, I'm not bothered one bit. Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is finished. And everything people think this God, it may not even happen. We will see how God is. Oh my goodness. So let me not take too much of your time, bro. So I will just hang around and until my battery runs off completely. Yeah.
Good. Thank you. We move.
So you find out that that's why we call your governed spaces. You know, where there is no law enforcement presence. And as long as government is not available, they're not going to die. They're not going to wait for government. So their allegiance will be to them, of course.
Now, when these people see you rehabilitating their tormentors, what do you think will be going on in their mind? They will say, so this man that did this, so will even see them with their naked eye. They can identify them. And they can say to the public what they did to them and all that. Then after they have been captured, they now see them going back to the military and all that. Please, if you're a villager, will you have the guts to even challenge them or give police or the government any information about them? When you have seen what is going on, it's not possible. So it is the federal government that doesn't want this thing to end. The way they are going about it, we have been saying it, the federal government of Nigeria, they have not told us what they have with these people. Seriously, it started when some people went to the Sahel region, went to Mali, and told them that they can come to Nigeria now. Nigeria is their home. Precious, if you're a patriotic leader, can you say that? That is, you openly invited criminals into your country. Openly. It's not hidden. You saw how Aero 5 took our money to go and pay them, and yet they still came in. This other person say, if you have $200, you are free to come into Nigeria and you can be given a visa at the point of entry. Precious, is that not how this thing started? I was in a studio when they asked me my take on it. I said, this is an indirect way of recruiting terrorists into this country. And Nigeria will never be okay with these people coming in. Is that not what happened? Ask yourself, how can somebody go to a village, kill all the people, take over that village, take over their farm, take over their home, their family home, and sack all of them? And now terrorists are occupying some villages in Plateau and in Benue. And the federal government is aware. If these people had a home ab initio, would they be occupying other people's home? Imagine if you're in Lagos here now, you want to travel to Plateau, and you say you want to go and visit your, and they told you, which home? That the people that came from somewhere in Senegal, in Sahel, in Mali, that there are people, they have taken over your village, even your family compound, they are all there dancing and celebrating. Will you go back? Will you travel? Pressure, that's what is going on today. Today, as I speak, the governor have said it, that communities have been taken over. So when the people see all these things, please, On what moral ground will you now ask them to be happy to give you information about whoever? The one they gave you, what did you do with it? The 400 list they gave you, what did you do with it? So you can see that when you look at it from all angles, the federal government is complicit. They are the people making Nigeria not to even talk again about terrorism. Because when you talk, they won't do anything. Even the one they show them, have they acted on it? The answer is no. They choose and pick. Whenever it suits their fancy, they will take one person as a scapegoat. Then showcase him and people will say, yeah, they are fighting him. We are not fighting anything. If they are fighting insecurity, those people will not. Do you remember that these people, they even protested that the food they are giving them is not up to standard? Terrorists. Pressure, terrorists. They protested. And the federal government is not pampering them. So what do you expect from the people? They will say, which one is our own? So that is the reason why this thing has to continue to fester.
Okay, all right. So, Sir Dennis Amakram.
I believe 37. Okay. I believe we all listen to the lamentation. What is our man brother has complained about? The terrorists. This one now is not from my mouth that terrorists get allowance, they get best meal. I have not even heard this one. I'm hearing of this one today. Best meal. When you don't give them good meal, they will go and protest. Everybody listen, you heard it. And you, your father, your grandfather, after graduation, end up in Okada rider. End up as Okada rider. Some graduates from Biafra land, even Yoruba land, end up Alabaru. Some graduates end up one chance. Some graduates end up prostitutes. Some end up Yahoo. Some end up one chance. Some end up cross-dressing just to make a living. Many thousands are bus conductors and bus drivers. Hundreds of thousands are into stealing and robbing and getting mobbed. They die in numbers. But you heard what he said about terrorists.
Yeah.
You heard him. They are. This is what we call state within state. Yeah. They pay their allegiance to the terrorists, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. You can't tell them not to pay. Government purposely allow them to have their way so that they. How can you tell me that in a country that government don't know what is happening in any area or any part of the country? No, they know. They know.
Mazi, that is the agenda.
Yes, listen, yes, go on. I beg, maybe we'll take 2 minutes, so we'll go continue the watch the video. Go on.
Listen, that man for Ajawo Estate for Lagos, I beg, remind me, what did the man talk again when they take arrest him?
He talk say,
if they not look after our people,
say this burning of our market must stop. Yes. He talk say this our market well now the burn done too much.
Yes.
We go on 2 weeks sit at home. If we not continue, we go invite IPOB to come and be security and guard our market. This is the only thing he said.
This okay. Now they carry and go put for guard the room.
See, today when me and you day here.
Yes.
They for Kirikiri.
Yes. Okay. Then this man when they talk so, make it wash him back too. This one when they talk so. Because if it then Nigeria, this journalist when you talk, I don't know.
No, this one then Nigeria. This one now, this one then this one now radio broadcaster. This one now radio broadcaster. The one when then Nigeria and the other one will be DSS officer. Retired.
Okay. Then the governors then from those states where they don't take over their villages. So are they still ruling that time place? Are they there as a governor? And what are they saying? What are they doing? Where you allow militants to they collect money, Boko Haram people, they collect money from your own people. You know if you do anything. And moreover, all these military people where they carry come our side, come fight. What are they looking for in our side with tankers? I be there yesterday Boko Haram they collect money from the innocent people. Then now, when they say sit at home, una say, oh, una they spoil Igbo people money, business. But look at those villages over there. They pay money to Boko Haram people. Una never fit go fight them. If like on our side, now they pay money to Boko Haram, just say for even the governor said for wipe them. Therefore, say the plan of the governor. But look at it now. If now our people now they pay money, give our military men now when they do on ground. Our fighters, our giant fighters, them now we say make people pay money, give by force. Hopeless. Go call military come again. You go say, will they collect money, give people? But look at it now. You there for your own state. You cannot even govern your state. People are collecting money to people that you know they have massacred people. That they have, Jesus. They release them. They release
that
them.
is parallel government, yeah? Parallel government.
And they are not doing anything about it, but you are coming to our side to come and fight us innocently. We will not do nothing, we will not call you for anything. We say we want to secure our land from you, the same people. The people that have made people, they tell you saying that them be this. See, people pointed these people for you and you arrested them. Now you release these people again. Those people's life are in danger because they will come back for them. They know so that you point me finger when they take cash me. Your hands, you go no. So these people that they put back into the military, they will go back for those people's family. The fight never finish. They go see the equipment they go. They're not going to stop. Now only we go pull ourselves more for this wahala, and we must take ourselves out by force. All this are story that they put for this. All these are story. They know the truth, and they can deal with the truth. But all of them are scared to die. All of them, there's fear. Okay, you run, carry your family, go abroad. What make you they run? When you there for the DSS, you feel open your mouth talk. Why you not talk with the apple? Why you not be a man and stand? All die and die. Why you not stand? Why you they run? When I call you now, they can't make it come home, make it come home. You not going come home. When I pass backyard, back door, when I can't come Nigeria. But you now you they run. Why are you running? Why you not stand for your talk all this truth? Who could not say yes, now true you they talk. Thank you, my brother.
There was Salah. Do you want to say anything?
What
me?
Hello?
Okay.
What is it? It's like you are not getting the message. You hear when the man asks, which president go cross in country, go another man's land, go tell the say, oh yeah, Mona come, a particular ethnic group. Mona come. By the time you enter the country, visa arrival is waiting for you. He said, which president go fit do one? So all these are just the agenda. Fulani has no place, and they have given them Nigeria to be their place. So you that is arguing with them, it's just a waste of time. The agenda must be completed. Do you think the governors they are being carried along in the north? Not the northern governors sit us say as it is now. The whole of Fulani, not only Fulani from Africa, all over the world. So me, I don't know say Fulani even the other part from Africa. You dey hear now? It means Arab, they have Fulani. You understand? Other particular district for all over the world, they have Fulani. They have all converged in, is it not Niger State? In Niger State. And the man said they will not allow them to go back. Why? Because Nigeria has become their country. You understand? And what are they going to use there for? For the Islamization completion.
Exactly.
So that, yes, now they should come and fight. They are the one that they will use to fight to Islamize Nigeria. Every other country is going to be Islamized, but Nigeria is the first target because it's the giant of Africa. If Nigeria is being brought down, the rest is just chicken. You understand? That is the completion. That is the agenda. And they are carrying it smoothly because other ethnic groups in Nigeria are quiet.
Yeah.
For the south, let's say from all the south and Benue State have become their killing field now. They have finished those people. The Hausas are nowhere to be found any longer. You understand? Before, these people used to say we are Hausa Fulani, but today they are about to tell you they are Fulani. I am a Fulani coming from Burkina Faso, but my the oil in Niger Delta belongs to me. That is what they are boldly telling you, and you have nothing to say. The only thing I just to defend and free yourself. The whole world know what is going on. That Nigeria has a fire. And the next person that will fight and be able to take Nigeria or whatsoever country want to create out of Nigeria, they are going to support that person. They will support. They will support. What happened in Afghanistan? After how many years of America supporting and fighting for Afghanistan, at the end they left. The people, the Taliban, they took over. And those people has been recognized. What else do you think? If this Fulani terrorists should take over Nigeria today, they will recognize, UN will recognize them. Because 100%. They have already put Nigeria as part of Islamic State. So what else do you think?
Yes.
Nothing. We have nothing else. It pains me a lot that our people are still fighting themselves against this freedom. I don't understand. How can you think money will save you in this moment that they have taken over the whole of the north and nobody, the governors, the accomplices, nobody is talking. The few that we are talking before, they told them to quiet. Don't talk again. Don't say anything. You know the agenda at hand. So the more they kill, the more villages will be free. And we that we refuse that, thank God for our leader that at least set up a security network to protect our land. They now knew that if we don't allow the Fulani to take over our land, with their uniform, the Nigeria terrorist uniform, they will be able to go to our land and enter our state. And that is what they are doing to our people in Okwama now. And it's not going to happen in only Okwama. It's going to happen in every other state in Biafra state. You understand?
Sister Helen, you almost took it from my mouth. You almost took it from my mouth. You see, the entire North is gone. The Islamization agenda has succeeded 100, not 99%, 100% in the North. I am telling you that. Now in Yoruba land, it will be also way easier for them to succeed because of their Islamic affiliation, because maybe half of them be Muslim. So
Yoruba. For me, exactly. As I've done, Yoruba is gone. The only place is South
Biafra. That is particularly the main hinterland that has from day one has remained the only saving grace, and they are paying the ultimate price with sweat and blood. And we thank God that God is using the hinterland to preserve and to keep us away from being Islamized. Now, so because you see, the whole of this, not the emirs, the sultan, the governors, all of them, they are all in this agenda. They've captured Nigeria. I always use the phrase, Fulani hijacked.
Captured, yes.
Yeah, long time they've captured it. So like you rightly said, anyone that succeed, if they succeed, that they will easily be recognized as they will all recognize them. They're already an Islamic country. Yes, so but the thing when they wonder me, I can't stop wondering is why is it that many of our people, Biafrans, both in hinterland and in some other places, why is it that they cannot see this thing that even a little child, even a blind man can see, that the agenda is to Islamize all of us, including our so-called elite who are like, world recognized people. How many will I mention? All of them. They all know about it. Why they don't speak out? Or have they accepted that Islam should be the national whatever? So if they've accepted, the likes of Nkozi Okojo, we are from the same area in Anyoma, and Obi Okwesilo who is from the hinterland. So many of them, Biafrans, So my question is, why don't they come out and tell us that, look, that this is what we want. We want Nigeria to become a unified Islamic state. So that let's know what is going on. But they're pretending as if they don't know. But they know. If a governor in the north came out some years back on national TV and said that the agenda is to settle all the Fulani from all the West Africa and beyond in Nigeria, a sitting governor.
Yes, I listened to that.
Yeah, and since how many years now he said it, they've been following that script gradually, but they are using every tactics. They are using the kidnapping. They are using the terrorism. They are using the everything is geared towards that one agenda. Anybody tell you is poverty, is that is bullshit, is crap. Or even the fact that the electricity not there is part of it. Because they will impoverish you, and they will begin to use that impoverishment to beat you down, and all this doing everything they're doing now is to put to beat the people to submission. Fear, so much fear that a journalist go to fear to talk because you can be taken away, you can be kidnapped. Oh my goodness. But again, when after all said and done, there's just one thing that gives me hope and joy, and that is that Biafra is here. Biafra, no, nothing, absolute. Instead, God will command. Why I say it is that for every Biafran who is not seeing the truth or who doesn't want to do the right thing, you will know that there will be a price to pay, because many sacrifice has gone into this Biafra thing. You cannot sit idly by helping the enemy to conquer us and think that it's just going to be kumbaya. No. That's for sure. That is for sure. Just like the guy today that I was arguing with about the condition and that. So yeah, magical. Yeah, thanks so much.
No, thank you so much. We continue. Let's listen. We must listen to all of them.
Coming back to you, in 2015, after the election, there was a revelation by one Kawo Baraje about how they brought some bandits. In fact, they call them armed militias from Mali, Burkina Faso, and other African countries to Nigeria to help win the election. Do you think that that's the reason why we're still having this insecurity issue in Nigeria? Can you link this recent banditry issues or ongoing banditry issues to that issue of getting Fulani militias from Mali, Sierra Leone, Senegal, others to win 2015 election? That statement linked to Kawo Baraje in late 2022.
The answer is yes.
Oh wow!
And I'm going to go back. To Boko Haram because that's where it started. You see, we have to be one country, because if we're not one country, then we're just deceiving ourselves.
Exactly.
Patriotism is one that you see everybody as one. There are certain people in this country who don't believe
in Nigeria
that they are not Nigerians, or in fact, anybody who is not from the northern part of the country is not, cannot be president. And it started with Goodluck Jonathan.
You think that's a real thing?
Just remember, I'm going to remind you, because you're a journalist. Go and investigate, and when you investigate, you see it. Jonathan said, when the Chibok girls were abducted,
yes,
the government did not believe in it. They didn't believe. I work in the security agency then. Before then. I've retired by then. But I'm still in touch with my people there. They don't believe, the government didn't believe that this can happen, because the indices are very, very wrong. One, you carry 200 and something school children into the desert. Now, how do you carry them down there? By bus? Or do you bring motorcycles to put all of them in it? How do you manage them to take all the way down there to where you want to keep them? And then you hid all of them and nobody can see them. Now.
This shows you only one thing. Government of the Funanis are doing whatever you see happening, because what this man is telling you, that even he himself could not believe that those girls were kidnapped, but they were taken away, because it is impossible for you to kidnap 200 every day. They kidnap 200, they kidnap 300, they kidnap 100. How manage? You disappear them?
There are questions about that. the governor and even the principal of that school. Remember,
yes,
people
please.
were making fun of it. When people were making fun of it, when President Jonathan's wife was saying that only you waka come, there is God, and we are making fun of it, but the lady was saying a real thing, the truth about what happened, what was happening. Because some people are playing games. How can you be a principal? You've lost 200 of your students. The president's wife called you to come so that you can sit down and plan strategies of going to get these children back, and you didn't come the first day. Then the second day you reluctantly went down there. You know, that's why she's saying there is God. Now that is Boko Haram. 1914-15, the election. Remember, President Buhari has run that election for almost 3 times. He failed.
Yes, please. Very correct.
And this time, he felt that, okay, they must get it by all means. And of course, there was a coalition that came up with a party. And of course, maybe everybody in that party might not be aware of it, but there were some people that were brought. Even Buhari himself said it. You know, I'm saying this because it is not rumor. When the president of Chad, the present president of Chad, when he took over from his father who died, came to Nigeria at Aso Rock, they asked Buhari, appointed journalists asked him, what are we doing about these bandits? They were called bandits then. And he said they will take care of them and let them go back to where they come from. That's President Buhari. I'm quoting him directly. If you go to the archives, rewind the tapes, and you will hear him. He said it.
Yeah,
where they came from, that means they are not Nigerians. You know, they are not Nigerians. And these guys are French-speaking Fulanese.
So the former governor of Benue State had reiterated that a couple of times, that even the headers that have been, raving havoc in Benue State speak very strange languages that's different from that of Nigerian language.
Yes, they are not speaking Fulani at all. You know, they are speaking French Fulfulde. You know, French and Fulfulde. Now, these guys has been harassing. After Jonathan considered that election, there was nothing to do again, because you brought out, it's just like you brought out an army to fight something. Remember again, I'll remind you, I keep on reminding you because I deal with facts. If you lose that election, the monkey and the baboon will be soaked in
their own
blood.
blood. Yes, he said it.
The statement that led to Jonathan saying that no, his ambition is not worth of the blood of any Nigerian.
Yes.
Very good. Now we are communicating.
Exactly.
So you find out that this happened, and these people, after the winning of that election, were allowed. They were not used again. So these people became bandits. They were busy kidnapping because they had to survive.
Exactly.
So they were kidnapping and taking money and everything and all those rest. And then of course at a particular time, the Kaduna state governor, who is very, very much in the know of how they came about, was paying them stipends.
You mean former Governor El-Rufai, who said that the government knows exactly where the bandits are and how to get them.
These are not secrets.
Yes.
These are not secrets.
He said it himself.
He was paying them. And as he was paying them, after a while he said he was not paying again. They said, oh, if you don't pay again, then we'll make this state ungovernable for you.
Exactly.
That's why they started kidnapping people from school. They even went to NDA.
Yes.
Our Nigerian Defense Academy. They went there. And of course, it forced Rufai to close all the schools in Kaduna State. He closed all the schools because even his children were there. Now, that was that. And then, of course, they were trying to negotiate and all the rest, trying to get them back to where they come from. And there was a time that they were talking of Ruga and all those kind of things, that this food, to the Nigerian public, it was Fulani herdsmen and all those kind of things. And I remember very well, 1 billion naira was paid to them to go back. But hello, it is very, very funny for them to go back because they can't go back. How can you leave this lush, rich area and go into the desert and live there? It's not possible.
Exactly.
So they to stay. And now they become a thorn in the flesh of government.
Yes.
Buhari managed it until he left. And after it continued because they were still around. They were going ahead, busy kidnapping people, asking for money. Before, we've been dealing with kidnap cases, even in the Niger Delta. They don't used to kill people. They kidnap people to, bring forth their objective or whatever. Like Niger Delta militants, resource control and everything, But these guys started killing victims. Sometimes they will kill, and then of course the victim is dead, but they continue negotiating and then collect the money, and then later you discover the person you have been negotiating for is dead. And that's why we're having some people now who, an Islamic cleric who feel that he's a negotiation specialist coming out to talk anything he likes. Because these are people that were going in between. And then, of course, thank God, the security agencies were very much awake to their responsibility by, arresting Tukur Mamu, who is his special assistant to Sheikh Gumi. And remember what Sheikh Gumi said. So if you listen to what is going on in the country very well, you will see it's like an open book, an open secret, and you can see what is going on.
So if but now that we are where we are right now, the situation is almost out of hand, because not so long ago we've seen that over 287 children, whom they now cut down to 137, were kidnapped in almost same manner from a secondary school in Kaduna State. And it looks like this is a circle that we're not going to leave. How do we get out of this? Because we can't continue wasting lives. In all of this, let's also remember that these people are actually killing real Nigerians, causing havoc. The one reason why we don't have enough agricultural produce, or the prices of food items are on the increase, is because people no longer access their farms peacefully. People are scared of leaving their farm and going to their farms. And I'd like to also know, these same bandits, are they still the same reason why there is a header farmer issue? The issue that's going on now in almost all our farms, where we have some armed herdsmen terrorizing people in their farms. Is it the same thing, or this is a different issue entirely?
The header farmer thing has two faces. One is the Fulani is indigenous to this place with, farmers that are also indigenous to this place. But these other imported ones are also getting into it, because as far as they are concerned, they see Nigeria as their homeland.
Yes, but they were invited.
And then they will go in there, and then of course, see, how can you be fighting with somebody about farm? And then you kill the people, you burn all the houses, the people run away into IDP camps. Now you see that we have one of the largest IDP camps in the world. They run into those places, leaving their own area vacant, and then of course you occupy it, and they started living there. Why can't those state governments make sure that the places that these IDP people came from, is ready enough for them to go back. Because you cannot live in IDP camp forever. Except you want to form a different town.
Some of them can no longer go back to their homes. That's what most of them said. They can no longer go back to their homes. That is what it is,
because those people that killed them are still around there, moving around. And they are in those places we call the ungoverned spaces, because we have not been able to put law enforcement into all
so is it now clear that we're running a parallel government? Because RFI told us while he was in government that some bandits are running a parallel government with his administration. So if we have areas that are ungoverned in a sovereign country, does it mean that there's actually a parallel government in the country?
It's not a parallel government. It's not a parallel
because they're
government.
Collecting taxes from some people.
No, their objective is to create a caliphate.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Let me rewind again. During Jonathan's period, remember, before the election, 11 local governments in between Adamawa and Borno State were occupied by bandits, by terrorists, these Boko Haram. 11. And he has to, because if he carries out the election without those 11 states, 11 local governments, then the election is going to be null and void according to the constitution. Everybody must partake. So he suspended the election and then hired a mercenary team from South Africa. Executive Outcomes went in there and drove them out of the place before the election was held. Remember?
And that was done in less than in a couple of weeks. So if that is
drove them out.
So if that is possible, how come it's still impossible
listen to the clincher.
Sir.
Listen to the clincher.
Okay, sir.
Precious. He drove them out. They drove them out, and the election was held. And during that election, Jonathan later conceded, and immediately the new government came in. They cancelled that contract.
Exactly.
Of the people who drove out the. Do you understand? Exactly. So you have to understand the country. You have to understand it very well. We are just hoping that we have patriotic leaders who are going to say, yes, this is Nigeria. Because if we don't have people like that, then we are turning into Somalia, where there are warlords all over the country.
So,
find certain places.
So, Mr. Makrisa, what you're saying is that there is huge complicity within our leaders and even the security apparatus of the country in this issue of insecurity in our country. That's what what this means.
Oh yes, there's complicity. Forget about terrorism. Let's go back to other things. One of the root causes of insecurity in Nigeria is poverty, unemployment, and stuff like that. And now think about it. We have these problems waiting to be solved, and then we have legislators who know about this problem because they are supposed to be the representatives of the people. They are busy sharing money, buying 160 million SUVs and stuff like that. What does that tell you? They are not serious about the problem. They are not serious about the problem. So these are the issues we have to look at. So
as a security expert, sir, I'd like to know how do we move out of this entire trap or cocoon? I don't want to call it quagmire because I don't even know what to describe it as. It's scary because real human beings are dying. Real lives are lost. People are actually scared of going about their daily routines or activities. How do we leave this situation? What is the way out? If there's complicity, as you have said, and if we're more or less helpless, in spite of the huge revenue that we've allocated yearly to insecurity in the country, and it seems like it gets worse by the day, what then do we do?
What we need to get out of this is a patriotic leader.
How do we get that patriotic leader with the kind of, I mean, you know our situation. How do we get that?
Well, you know, right now we have a new government. We have a new government. And of course, he has been talking, trying to, you know, as compared to the former president, you know, this president is somebody who talks and try to interact with the people. Not like Buhari, where everybody, even his own ministers, are trying to understand or interpret his body language. You know, that is not with this particular one. And because he talks, he has a lot of stake. This particular president have a lot at stake. And because of that, he has to do something about it. And if he can do something about it and get, you know, this security situation under proper control, then I think Nigerians are going to praise him forever. Because what you have here looks like, you called it quagmire. Actually, that's what it is. It's a quagmire, you know, where to get out of it is a big problem.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let me quickly get your reaction from everything that Mr. Dennis has revealed to us, Mr. Macri has revealed to us.
The first thing to getting out of this place or this thing we are in is a strong judiciary. Apart from a leadership that is very focused, we need a strong judiciary. Unfortunately, Precious, our judiciary has been compromised.
Oh, wow.
With what is going on. That is why this thing is going to be difficult too. The former chief of army staff, Borotai, he told you that this is a 20-year campaign. He said it. That this thing will last for 20 years. That means there is an agenda that they are not telling us. That is why if you check very well, most northern leaders, the way they talk about this thing, you don't even see any, you don't see them being very vehement, very forceful about this insecurity. They just see it as if it's normal. Meanwhile, they are the hardest hit. They are not bothered. But when it comes to power, you will see them, they will flare up. You remember when Tinubu wanted to go and remove somebody in Niger? You saw how they came out. That the people there are their cousins. You should not touch them. Oh. Can you imagine? In Niger, what concerns you with Niger? That means
we have a railroad leading to Niger. We're yet to have one from Abuja to Enugu State.
Good.
For instance,
that will tell you that their loyalty is not here. Precious. I wish some people will go deeper. Ab initio, these people, they never wanted Nigeria. In 1957, we were supposed to have independence before Ghana. They told us they are not ready. They said it. The Saduna told Azikiwe and Awolowo that they are not ready, that they can go on. I don't know why Azikiwe and Awolowo had to wait for them till 1960. Even after 1960, when we got independence, go and Google what the Saduna said on the 12th of October 1960 on Nigerian Pilot. How the man described Nigeria. He said that it is their heritage given to them by their forefathers.
That what is?
Nigeria. That is how you describe it.
The entire Nigeria.
I am telling you.
Mr. Macri, are you aware of that kind of revelation?
I said, I have written about it.
Well,
he said it.
The
Nigerian Pilot.
Okay.
The original jihadists have a different opinion about what this place is. You know, and then of course some statements which are documented.
Exactly.
Have been written whereby some people say that they have to dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. What does that mean? It means that the whole from the north down to the south, you know, will be part of Islamize.
Exactly.
President Olusegun Obasanjo have said it about plan to Islamize Nigeria.
Do you believe that's a real thing?
These are all facts that are there.
Look, because a lot of people are of the opinion that, you know, all of these headers, farmers issue, banditry and all that is a subtle sign of this particular cause. Do you agree?
It's not a subtle sign. It's a jihad that is active. There's an active, ongoing.
This woman, they are telling you something that is happening. You are still asking if you agree. Oh, look at your nose.
Jihad in Nigeria.
Good.
You know, that's my analysis.
Exactly.
You are well on public radio, so you know it's totally your opinion, but you're sure that it's something you can defend if the authorities come for you.
Do you need
when I assert any point, I tell you where to find it out. You know, these are public, these are open sources.
They have told this woman, it is said, it is documented. General Danjuma said it. Obasanjo repeated it. It is even documented what this Funanis told you. You are still saying, asking, are you sure? Can you defend it?
Themselves. What are you doubting again?
This is open source information, you know. Don't worry about your radio, whether you think NCC will come and close it down. They can verify these facts that are there in the open space.
Good. When the Benue
did you hear what the man told him? The woman is scared that their license may be revoked. Now you see why they cannot tell you the truth. Because they have been warned, any day you dare open your mouth to say the truth, your license will be taken away from you. So the man have told him now, don't worry about your radio station. What I have said here is out there in the open. It's not a secret. So don't worry. Nobody is coming to take your license from you. It's for you to understand the kind of journalism that is playing in Nigeria. This is the same Nigeria some people are praying. Oh, God, give us new Nigeria. Of course, you have a new Nigeria.
State Governor Autumn, when he started the anti-grazing law, the Mietiala leader came out openly and said that unless this man remove that thing, that they are going to invite their people all over Africa and they will make that state ungovernable. Before the camera, he said it.
Same crisis is the reason why we'll have over 25 people dead right now in Kogi State as a result of a spillover of the Agatu, farmer header community issue. So, Mr. Dennis Amakri, let me take you straight to Taraba State, where Wadume's return is being celebrated. You do know the case of Wadume very well, that led to the death of, security agencies, security of officials in this country, and a compromise by one other security agency in Nigeria. And the fact that he's given just a very short time to serve concerning all that is surrounding him, do you think that his celebration by his people is very apt?
Well,
and do you think justice was done too?
Darlington has said it already, that if we want to get out of all these problems, we have to have a strong judiciary, and then you find out that even before, the laws that control kidnapping were not much. I think a year, 6 months or a year or something like that. And now they said, some people said, let it be a death sentence, let's do this, that. Now, Wadume has been in jail, and he was jailed for 7 years, so he has completed, and then, of course, he has to come out. That's the rule of law. The judge has given his judgment, and then, of course, as the judge pleases, that's the situation.
All right, Barrister Darlington. Concerning the Wadume issue.
It is not enough that Wadume came out. What I'm asking, what are the surrounding issues? Like the army captain, Tijani Balarabe, who was supposed to, in fact, he was even the chief culprit in this matter, because the death of those policemen, IG crack team, 5 of them who went to arrest Wadume. It was that Tijani Balarabe that caused their death, because he ordered his men at the checkpoint to fire their vehicle. And when they demobilized the vehicle, they still went there. Instead of saying, okay, you gentlemen, you can go back to where you're coming from. We have nothing to do with it. This is our man. They did not do that. He had to shoot them direct hit, and all of them were killed, and they removed Wadume from their midst. with handcuff. He now took them into a bush where he called the welder to cut off the handcuff they placed on him, and the man was released. During the investigation, it was discovered that there was a phone call going on between Wadume and this Balarabe Tijani. The police said, hand this man over to us so that we can prosecute him with the judge. They said, no, they are going to take him to their barracks and court-martial him. From there, this man went on a course up to today. That was how that man escaped justice. I mean, the chief suspect in this matter, a military officer. Those men they killed, they have father, they have wife, they have children, they have brothers and sisters. Nobody talking about them. All because of what? Tijani Balarabe, who is a very good ally of Wadume. It was discovered there was 192 phone calls between these two, even while investigation was going on. Everything was pointing at this man called Tijani. Instead of the military to hand him over for proper trial, they took him and sent him out of Nigeria for a course. Are you telling me that this man was not working with a high-ranking military officer for him to have gotten this privilege? These people they killed now because of what that man did. Who owns them? I don't know human beings. I don't know Nigerians. But when they were making killing people in Okwama, that their men were killed, people were supporting them. These other people have been killing extrajudicially. Are they not human beings? Are they not? That is the question Nigerians should be asking. Wadume is out now. Every other thing about that matter is over. The policemen that died, nobody talking about them. Even at that, the IGP raised another thing. Who arrested Wadume somewhere before he started going through trial? The military released him to get out of Nigeria. For one reason or the other, the man went to go and enjoy himself somewhere in Kano, where the police picked him up. You can imagine. So, within that period, pressure, did you notice that there was no kidnap within that area? Did that EB community where Wadume was holding court? Now that he's back, are you sure he will not go back to his business? Because of the way he was celebrated. I said the entire community was shut down to welcome him. A criminal. Precious, a criminal.
All right, Mr. Dennis Amakrisa, let's have your parting shot on this so that I can let you go. My listeners are itching to jumping on the conversation. We usually open phone lines. My phone lines are already buzzing. They're itching to jumping on the conversation. So let's have your concluding thoughts, sir.
Yeah, I when I joined the security services, I was schooled for more than a year on patriotism. And that's why we love this country. We see it as our own. And then, of course, all the people during our class, we have everybody from every state. People from every state were in our class. Until today, we are like brothers and sisters. And,
irrespective of tribe and state, right? Or religion.
Yes, irrespective of tribe and state or religion. Today,
awesome.
That our cause mates. And I think it's the same thing in the military before. So we see each other as brother, and there must be a patriotic favor. Because for a country like Nigeria to progress, there must be serious patriotism. Here in the United States, people are proud of their country.
I'm telling you.
And we should be proud of our own country. Where you will arrest an American citizen, and the first thing he will tell you is that he's an American citizen. I don't know how many of us will be bold enough to come out and say, I'm a Nigerian. In fact, if you say that because of the way that some Nigerians have spoiled the name of the country, you better not say it, because when you say it, you are compounding your own problem.
That's the truth.
So I think we should be more patriotic. We need a patriotic leader.
Recordings just got better.
Strong enough, to withhold this country.
All right. Do you believe that is going to happen in your lifetime? Just my final question.
Oh yes, it would happen in my lifetime.
Thank
yes,
you.
I believe that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, Mr. Dennis Makri is a former deputy director of the DSS. Thank you so much for joining us. I called you in a very short notice and you obliged me. It means so much to me. Imietesa.
So what are you celebrating and jubilating? That is the last you will hear about that money.
Ida Egberi Papa killed 2 aides, and of course,
Mazi, he's a mumu man. He's a mumu man. Telling you say Nigeria will be better for his lifetime. He's mad. He's a mumu man. Mumu. Hey God, oh, these people just make person the verse. Can you imagine this mumu man? Hey, he don't drink cow milk tire. He don't eat cow flesh tire, so he don't turn to them. Mumu. He's a mumu man. I don't have anything to quantify him. He's a mumu man. He's a mumu man. Very mumu-ish. How can you say yes? With all what only you don't take your mouth to talk. With all what you don't say they happen. And you don't run away from this stupid Zanjaweed rotten zoo country. You are out of it. And you cannot still have the boldness to speak. Damn. You can't even have the boldness to say, I don't think so. Or let's wait things change. Or the way they are carrying on, if it's like this. You cannot even just say something. You just say yes. For which life? For your life. This life when you don't finish. Your life is gone. It's gone. Shame that go kill yourself when Biafra come.
What is this Adama and Mumuma? Is understatement saying Mumuma. You understand? Upon all the narration, upon all the analysis he has given, openly disgrace Nigeria that Nigeria is gone. Openly say Nigeria has been taken over by the Fulani terrorists coming.
It will be better.
You are still saying Nigeria will be. How is it going to be better?
He's a mumu man.
The terrorists taking over. That is when it will be better. Can you imagine? You see the ignoramus that is worrying our people just because he wants money. Money, wet. Now wet they kill our people. Nothing else. You think if they Islamize Nigeria today, our wealthy millionaires, don't you think they will quickly join Islam? You don't think so?
With speed.
People like Okoje Iweala.
No more bar. No more beer parlor. No more all those things. No more. You don't finish. No more dancing disco. No more disco. Now when they open disco club, no more for now. If you turn to Fulani, no more hotels. If you not turn to Fulani, if you not don't Islamize to Muslim, none of those things will they exist anymore. No more club. When I get club, disco, no more. All those things is gone. No more carrying of women. No more. We're not going to marry 100 wives.
The more if Biafra come, what is sister? If Biafra come, these people will move. We will chase them out to the north. All these are our wealthy billionaires. They will all go back to the north because that is what they want. They want an Islamic country. And that is the reason why they are not supporting us. They did not support us in our fight for freedom. So therefore, if the freedom comes, because this freedom is God ordained, not be by anybody's power. He only just chooses people to lead it. It is God's time and nobody can stop it. It's going to happen. And when it is happening, they will all go back to the north. They will go and live with the Fulani and know how it is to live with them. You understand? They will all go back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting us speak our mind for here today. You just give us microphone like we get to
God bless them. Thank you. When you guys were in space, I was in the saloon. I went to saloon. I was listening, but I couldn't join. Thank you very much for what you guys did for us today.
Honestly,
in the space.
Sometimes it's good make everybody speak in mind. You know, when you listen to this kind of a long conversation from people, we've been here 3 hours. I just wanted to play it and not even going to analyze too much and allow people also to come in so that people will understand this is not about we cry. Look at our people in Lagos today. 18 youth.
Mazi, is there any way we can cut this record there and be sharing it? Is there any way we can just cut the statement of this manner, the interview?
I tried to download the video, agree me download because it's too long. It's too long.
Okay.
Even you know finish. So I know fit cut am best.
And I say
People
we'll
go fit
cut
cut
and
am,
we go
but
share it
me I
for good
no
well
fit
well.
cut am. It too long. The video long. It reach it past 2 hours. So you know it
Hey,
download. That is it. But
people need the hear amount. They know our people know. They be gullible people. They like money. They like money. Who tell you say they don't know? They know. They're ready to die because of money. You don't understand? Not that our people are not aware of all this thing going on. They are all aware. But yet another stupid idiot that his face look like an pace for streets go they condemn his head, say Samuel Ekpa don't have right to declare Biafra. Samuel Ekpa don't have right. Because you people planning, you kidnap the person that you know he can declare the Biafra, you kidnap him and make sure that Biafra should die a natural death. Now God has risen another servant to declare Biafra. You are saying Samuel Ekpa have no matter that to declare Biafra. He was a Biafra before Samuel Ekpa. Samuel Ekpa was one Nigeria. He was romancing the Nigeria politician. He was doing this, condemning his own generation, not my own. You understand? In the streets, you are talking trash about your own person that is ready. Who made the prime minister of Biafra? Did he call us to vote? Who is he going to invite for the declaration of is you are going to be there? You see the way this man talking. In fact, our people, the way they talk, you listen to them. Oh, you don't know when you will throw up. You don't know. I'm sick and tired. You are an Igbo speaking Biafra. You are standing here to condemn your own brother. Seeing what is going on already, that Nigeria has been captured. It has been captured by the Fulani and they are ready to take it because the 14, how many 100 years of uniting together, it has expired. So anybody that can capture it now, take his part, the rest of the world will stand by that person. They don't know this one. And that is the reason why they invite all the Fulani. Now Nigeria is free. You are welcome to fight and take over any part of Nigeria that you can take over. Declare it as your land. Hello? Okay. Declare it as your land. And that is what is going on. But these our Mumu people, they will not understand. They will not understand. They will not understand that Nigeria is expired. That anybody that fought for your own share now and become his own nation, the rest of the world will support that person. They will not understand. But God will help us. This freedom we must surely get. Thank you, Mazi, for giving us this opportunity.
yeah,
Mazi, you said
well,
somebody was looking for my number.
yes. I want call you. You say they UK there. Want talk with you, two of you. You say make I give them any of two of you number, and I know store your number. Now be the matter. So
Okay, I will call you. I'll get your number now.
I not get your number for Doctor, but Baba Bambi gets our number.
Yeah. I be one talk to Baba yesterday, but when we finish, everybody tired. So
Baba get
don't
my
tire
number.
now.
yeah, I know. I go store your number now if I get up.
Okay.
So I beg, make I go rest small after much prayer.
God
No,
bless
Mazi
you,
will go. I
sir.
will
God
call you now.
bless you.
Once you go off, I will call you now to get my
Okay,
number.
we are
Me?
going off now, I beg.
Okay.
You go call me?
No, now Mazi will go.
Okay. Then take care,
guys.
my sister.
Yeah.
God
Okay,
bless you.
Una, thank
Mazi,
you.
thank you. God bless you
Thank
for
you,
this
sir.
one.
God bless
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Not only God will
God
save
bless
us,
you.
Biafrans all over the world. We heard what happened. We don't need anybody to explain to us. We don't need anybody to tell us. We see with our own eyes. Freedom is the only way out. If it is not freedom, nothing. So I will encourage everybody to fight harder. If you have not been doing anything, start doing something. If you have not been supporting, start fighting. If you have not been getting involved, start getting involved. Support your own freedom. Not you are not supporting me. You are not the only way you go support me be say you send me money or make I take recharge my phone. Or you buy me a new computer or you buy me a new phone. Now be say you support me. The only way you go support our PM now when you buy them suit, new suit, you know, say they like clean suit, that kind of way they reach 1,000 euro. But you are supporting yourself because it's your freedom that we are talking about. It's my freedom, it's our freedom. Nobody is doing anybody any favor. Anything you do is for yourself. If this freedom, when this freedom comes, we will all rejoice, we will all celebrate. We will forget this day. We will only remember maybe with a glass of wine or champagne. I remember, you remember that day I go see the child of fire burn our market. Just imagine today. 18 buildings, maybe by now it don't reach 20 buildings that have been affected because they've not been able to bring the fire under control. So you can imagine what we are talking about. Our people are suffering. Let us all fight to go home. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I will say bye for now.
Go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.